You tell me, my friend.
Okay, here we go. We're good. We're good.
Skew-it. Skew-it. Skew-it.
Hey guys, it's UFC Middleweight here. Come meet CJ Sky and two-step in the Joe Rogan Review. Watch the fights live this weekend. Follow CJ on Instagram at CJ Sky Live for more info. All the best, guys.
What's up, everybody? It's CJ Sky from the Joe Rogan Review. I want to invite you guys out to join me for a live podcast with my partner, as always, two-step at Little Capone's in Florence, Alabama on October 31st. We're going to watch Ryan Hall take on the legend Anderson the Spider Silva. It's at 5 p.m. Again, Little Capone's, Florence, Alabama. Follow me on Instagram.
I think so, too.
Or on Joe Rogan Review for more information.
Skew-it.
Little bit something. We're going to be good on
White cheddar and black pepper. What's up, everybody? It's CJ Sky from the Joe Rogan Experience. We are back for the final event, the main event. Possibly the last time we ever see Anderson the Spider Silva, the legend, the Michael Jordan of the UFC, in the cage. And he's taking on his young protege, Uriah Hall, who has the angles. Everything that they say about Anderson, the angles, the speed, unorthodox. This is what Uriah Hall has. The question is does Anderson pass the torch tonight with a loss or a victory?
I want victory. I'm sorry, but I want victory because he got to go out with a bang.
I would like to see victory. I definitely would like to see victory. We have to keep in mind that Anderson has lost 7 of his last 10 fights, though.
Yes.
Been competitive.
He is older, like you and I now, bud.
Well, but he's hanging in there. The thing is most people who have that fight past their prime do not stay competitive. Anderson is
Still
one of those
loses
guys
shape.
that always has a punch or chance. So very
Absolutely.
interesting.
Back in his heyday, man, he was it.
Definitely was it. Some things about Hall. Ranked number 11th right now in the middleweight division, which I think is a little low. He's coming off of back-to-back wins over Antonio Carlos and Bevan Lewis. He's got a record of 14-9. 14-9 doesn't really show.
Here's the question. Who has he fought significantly other than this future fight of Silva? That's the question.
I think he's fought a lot of significant guys here as of late.
See, I had
a lot of
enough to know.
a lot of new guys since the Ultimate
New
Fighter.
guys.
Well, a lot of everybody from your time is new. So yeah, I mean, 14-9 record does not actually show or represent who Uriah Hall is. We have to think too. Uriah Hall has a 2.5 reach advantage over the former king. He's 9 years younger than Anderson Silva.
Boom.
I actually was blessed enough to talk to Uriah Hall yesterday. Uriah believes he can still contend for UFC championship, he told me. He said he has the high, he's had the highs and lows, but he believes this is his time. He says that he believes he can get past what seems to be a mental block.
If I had to fight Anderson Silva, I have a mental block too, bud.
True. But if you had to fight the fucking beep.
Burn.
Sorry, Mom. If you had to fight the gumball machine, you might have mental blocks. So
That might be, yeah.
That might be.
Hey, there's a lot more balls in that chamber than in my head, I'm sure.
And I think that we both have the gumball belly, so.
Oh, you got me there.
Well, at least I'm there with you. But
you
I
and
really
both
do.
can round that ring, I think.
Right. I definitely believe that he can get past whatever seems to be this mental block. When people start to have the high expectations of him, we will see a Uriah Hall that we've seen bust out on the scene for tough. I think he can make a real run at the middleweight gold. As for tonight, the big question is, what Uriah Hall will show up?
We shall see.
And all right, we got Uriah Hall making his way to the cage. One of the interesting things about Hall, he was born in Jamaica. He grew up what we say in the concrete jungle known as New York City. Hall credits his interest in martial arts to the bullies that used to beat him up. He said at one point it got so bad that he refused to go to high school, and his mom finally took him to a therapist. And the therapist said, dude, you got no confidence. So his mom enrolled him in martial arts, and Hall says prior to MMA, he often thought even of killing himself. So no doubt he credits martial arts to saving his life. My thought from hearing this from Hall was he has struggled most in his career when the pressure is on, or when he has small setbacks and the fans and media jump on him. And this issue, it seems to stem back to his days in the concrete jungle. Can he overcome the hype, or just the aura of fighting the Michael Jordan of the UFC? That's a question I don't know. So you would think 9 years younger, reach advantage, you would think everything points to Hall taking this victory, but with his mental block that he's had, I don't know that he actually can take this fight.
Is it bad for me to say that I am definitely rooting for Silva?
Overall, I think everybody's rooting for Silva. I think
just because he is the elder, and
I think there's a part of Hall that roots for Silva. I really
probably
do.
so because he probably grew up watching him.
Yeah, I think
learning from him.
Sure.
All right, hey, but regardless, if you ask me, anybody get in the ring with any two of them, it'd be a tough situation, I think.
I would with a machine gun.
Yeah, right. And I can't beat you to shoot you, right?
One of the things. This is the first time. This is the first time in 2003. Since 2003, that Anderson Silva is not currently listed in the rankings.
Right.
So
yeah,
he's given up that 2.5 reach advantage. He's got a record of 34-10. He's lost 7 of his last 10 fights. But Anderson, 7 of the last 10 fights. So he won 30. So he was 34-4 at one point. The other thing we got to remember, Anderson Silva's he's tested and proven, and he's beat the who's who of the UFC, the legends. He beat Chael Sonnen, Vitor Belfort, Forrest Griffin, Dan Henderson, Rich Franklin twice.
Vitor back in his day. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and he was nothing. He got front kicked within 2 seconds. Anderson put him to sleep.
Yeah,
Anderson is and
day.
was and is a different cat. Okay. He's a 13-time middleweight division champion.
Absolutely.
13-time middleweight division
Well-deserved
champion.
to be there.
And let's not forget, this man dominated the middleweight division from 2006 to 2013. Nobody could last a round with this man.
I remember watching all those. Great
Back
fights.
before he got too busy.
Yeah, before
working.
I had adulting.
Adult.
Here we go. Come on.
We are live.
Said Wishers TV right here was.
Yeah, it's weird.
In
All
the
the other
same
ones are
sync.
synced. All the other ones are synced. So
I know it makes no sense to me, but
it happened to us last week actually. One TV.
So
And the TV was coming from the volume, so the buzzer went off, and I thought they were still fighting, and I thought they were like in World War II in between rounds. I'm like,
I
oh my
figured.
God, what's going on? Why is the ref not jumping?
Yeah, it's
in?
already over. Go figure. The legendary.
The world champion Anderson the Spider Silva. Either way, all I have to say is it's been a pleasure to sit cage side. It's been a pleasure to call Anderson Silva's fights. It's been a pleasure to
proud of you,
watch
brother.
Anderson Silva, and I have to say that there's no place I'd rather be than next to my brother for Anderson's last fight. And I appreciate you having me, man.
Love you, brother. It's been a pleasure, and I'm proud of you. It's pretty darn
Started
cool.
at the bottom, now we're here. Rock bottom. Started at the bottom.
rock
that's
bottom.
that's
That's where I
an
started,
offset.
too.
That's an offset song.
Hey, I
Started
moved
at the
here
bottom.
19 years ago with $300 in my pocket. Only, no car,
Right?
a wife and kid. And now I'm a living example of the American dream, brother.
Yeah.
Not rich, though. Wish I was, but I'm not.
Nah, you don't want to be rich.
I'm rich
Be rich by other things.
by my success and my own fulfillment.
I'm gonna be rich later.
Someday.
Later.
You might be already, I don't
Later
know.
tonight.
But rich is only the way you feel. That's what I feel.
I don't know. Rich. What is rich?
I don't know.
Rich is different things to different people. I think.
Yeah, I think you got a fact there.
I have freedom.
Here we go.
I have freedom.
I got a lot of that.
So
Thankfully.
I consider myself rich. Here it is.
Here we
Feeling
go.
out. They're awful close in the feeling out process.
You ready to go? You ready to go?
Here we go. I want to see Anderson Silva. I want to see Anderson Silva play the banjo as we goes. As I live
we
and
got a
breathe, Dayne
celebrity in
Hearn.
the house.
Dayne Hearn just walked in for the final fight. Dayne, don't go too far because we're in the final fight and we got a mic open.
Fastest cars
Get
very
over here.
south in the house. Come on, bro.
Come on.
Give me one, too, brother.
He's
just
got to
Miller
get a
Lite
drink
bottle.
before he goes
Miller
too
Lite
far.
bottle. Yeah. That's Adrian.
Asian?
Adrian. Oh. You leaving?
Okay, so a lot of respect between the two fighters, you'll see.
Looks like feeling each other out, looks like.
A lot of respect. We haven't seen anything thrown. We're a minute into the fight of the first round.
Gotta give it to the fans too. Give them a good fight instead of a 1-round knockout.
Well, I didn't see a 1-round knockout, but
We shall see. Come on.
all right. A lot of feeling. Okay, Hall tries to throw a little something. Throws a side twister. Leg kick by Hall. Anderson, you'll see, has his chin tucked very tight, which is very unusual for Anderson. Anderson usually likes to showboat. He likes to throw it out there.
He might think he's up to a worthy competitor, so he ain't showboating yet.
He's a lot of up and down, a lot of level movements. Anderson with the side kick. Anderson with a leg kick. Throws a jab out there just for a feeler. What I find interesting is Hall seems to be the one stalking here.
I see that.
Why Anderson's throwing some stuff, Hall's the one stalking. And
Hall's the
Anderson is
aggressor
normally the
here,
one
it's like.
stalking. Oh. Anderson with a good right hook.
Good block.
Another knee.
I'm
Knee
freaking
kick.
late, though, I'm sure. Watching the wrong TV. I'm blind, I can't see that far.
Hall stalking. Anderson comes in with a good counters. He needs to get his. I know that's Anderson Silva, but I hate how low he keeps his hands, especially against a vicious striker like Hall. Now Anderson's coming in.
Don't burn out too quick, I'm thinking too.
He's coming in like he has Hall hurt, and he doesn't. So
coming
he has to be
strong.
very, very careful in this situation. He has to remember, Hall is a different type of striker. He's not the typical striker that Anderson's up against. Hall is a mirror of Anderson Silva, and Anderson needs to remember that as he dives in here. He lands a good right hook. Nice spinning to the knee. And then follows it up with a right hook to the chin. Things like that.
Check. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Come on.
All right, so
Your mic's on.
again, as I said, you see that Anderson's picked his hands up some. He's learned that respect. He's now finding out that he's fighting a different striker. We're at 40 seconds left.
It's on.
As you
30
see,
seconds the
they're
first
showing
round.
they're showing a lot of respect for each other.
Wait the last 10 seconds, see what's going to happen. On this
Anderson,
round.
I'm hoping that they talk to Anderson with what he's doing. He's coming in like he has Hall hurt, and he does. And he just got tagged in the chin. He has to be very careful. This is what I was just talking about.
Anderson's been in the game for a while, though.
There
Long
we go.
while.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just joined by none other than the super fighter, the man who could have wore the UFC championship that we have in front of us, Dayne Hearn. What's up, Dayne?
What's up, brother? There we go.
You gotta put that mic in front
Not
of you,
here,
brother.
not my headpiece, not my ears.
You can't hear?
Speak more. It's on.
No, I'm
so-
talking about even y'all.
You can't hear us right now?
Now I can.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I got
My mic's a little far away.
Yeah, Chris talks very low. You gotta understand. So I've been calling. We went to your shop today. Did you see that?
it. No, I didn't.
I went live on Facebook at your shop.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we did.
Where they filmed the
Where
fastest
we
cars
filmed.
in the Dirty South, not the dirtiest cars in the Dirty South.
I said a better name would have been the dirtiest cars in the little South because you find dirty cars and you fix them up, right?
Absolutely.
And you guys are on Velocity?
No, well, it's actually Motor Trend,
Motor Trend, okay.
which is owned by Discovery, and now all of our reruns are actually going to Discovery Channel.
Okay.
So the second season's already been filmed, and it airs in probably February from what they're talking about.
Okay.
So all the
He's the
reruns,
star.
all the reruns will actually be done on Discovery Channel itself.
Okay.
But
on
the actual
Discovery Channel.
first episodes will be on Motor Trend.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome, man. Wow.
Very exciting show.
Who would have thought from Rockford, Illinois, all of us end up on TV?
Yeah, really.
Hey, I'm not. You guys are.
You're on
Not
TV
me.
right now. Look, there's a camera.
Yeah, but I just own restaurants. That's it. We're good.
You sell in
That
restaurants.
camera can't even see me, which is good. I'm like,
Oh, I can see you.
Huh?
I can see you.
Really?
Yeah.
Even in front of the speaker?
Yeah, it's on there.
Wide.
It's
Okay.
It's on there. I checked, brother. I knew you
got
were
you.
coming. I'm not used to setting all this stuff. Normally, I got somebody that sets all this crap up, dude. It took me like 5 different times to plug everything in.
Yeah.
Finally, it just seemed to work. I hope it works.
Hey, just clicked, right?
It just finally clicked. Yes. All right, we're back in the second round with Anderson Silva. Dane, I know you're a big UFC fan. Anderson's the Spider Silva. I mean, what he's meant to the sport. His last and final
Iconic.
fight. I mean, the Michael Jordan of the UFC.
Right. Iconic, man.
And to see him, his last fight, and to see this is this sort of do you know much about Riot Hall?
I don't at all.
Riot Hall is the young version, the mimic of Anderson Silva. He
Gotcha.
fites very
Fighting his
stylistically
protege.
the same. He's got into fighting because of Anderson Silva. He's got those weird angles, both from foreign countries. I mean, so Anderson picked his last fight to be against Uriah.
Okay.
So, is it in his mind? So what I have the issue is it in his mind that, hey, if I'm going to lose, because Anderson's lost 7 of his last 10 fights.
Correct.
So if I'm going to lose, I want to lose and pass the torch to the guy who fights like me and the guy
Okay.
that I trained. And then
His protege.
does that
per
play
se?
into it as far as wanting to win, or does he still have the same desire to win?
I would assume the desire's there. What happens is the body, after so many years, you start losing your body. Now, mind you, I'm watching him now. You wouldn't think it though.
Sure.
But the heart kind of leaves it because your body starts going. You're not as quick. You're not as fast. You're,
Stamina.
Yeah, without a doubt. It all plays a factor, and it plays mentally on you, I think. And I'm only speaking with my own.
No,
from
sure.
My
You're a
experience.
fighter, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, I
that's
think.
iconic right there.
Yeah.
Well-
Spinning back kick.
Yes. He's notorious for that.
But, again, you got 11 years age difference. 11 years ago, that spinning back kick would have been to his head.
You see, oh, that's cool.
Now he's coming out. You've seen a little bit of that Anderson.
It's definitely Anderson Silva right there. Come on.
But I think part of the problem with Anderson Silva, as of late, and why he's lost 7 of the last 10, is because of wanting to still be able to. He used to be able to play with his opponent like a tiger.
Correct.
He would play, and then he would pounce when he could. Now he wants to play, and when he plays, he gets caught.
Well,
he
what
doesn't have
happens
that
is-
quickness anymore.
How I feel is what happens is after a fighter's on top so long, there's so much footage, there's so much tape, there's so much video, there's everything about him is actually researched. So
His fighting style.
the style itself, that's what I'm getting at. His style, everybody kind of catches on to it, in a sense.
Sure.
To where all these guys, they do their homework, they're researching.
Learns how to counter it.
Same with Chuck. Back in the day, I used to love to watch Chuck with
Chuck, I love Chuck was the best man at my wedding.
Oh, dude,
I
Chuck
love
is
Chuck.
absolutely incredible.
I love Chuck.
I mean, I love, out of anybody to this day, I still watch all the old reruns. I mean, there's nothing better than Chuck, I think.
The Iceman.
Yeah, in his prime, nothing better. Here's my problem with, and I agree with you in most cases. Here's my problem with that analogy with Anderson Silva. Anderson stood on top of the heap, pound for pound, for 11 years.
Yep.
So you would have to say that it took people 11 years to watch tape
Exactly.
to be able to finally take him over.
It's just one of those things.
I think age caught up with him that one.
I just personally believe everybody kind of researches the person.
Absolutely. I totally,
Absolutely
definitely
too.
agree with that most. That happened to Chuck for sure. And
Absolutely.
partying.
Yep.
I think, yeah.
Partying, no way.
Party, yeah.
No way, not
that,
Chuck
there's
Liddell.
no secret. There's no secret.
Not the Iceman.
I didn't encourage that at all either. I just want to say.
Yeah, hey, if I was there, I'd be right there partying with him. But, you know.
Oof. Hall just did a spinning back kick himself.
I love it.
Missed it, darn it.
Anderson's definitely been the aggressor. He's definitely.
So who's on point so far, you think?
We'll check.
What's his card right there? What's his card?
We'll check the
Stats?
We'll check the stats here at the break.
I'm still thinking Silva's got it so far, but not by much.
Oh, but no, by much. I think striking landed for sure.
He's the aggressor right now. That's why.
Right now, yeah, he's a pushing
Well,
forward.
it's a lot closer than you'd think. Actually,
Like I said, I think it not by much.
you're right. For once,
Haha.
Matt Foley said, "Do you know what he's talking about? He wants to know how the prime rib is."
There's no prime rib here, brother. We Italian ristorante with a full bar.
All right, so at the end of round two,
serve you best.
at the end of round two, Anderson Silva's landed 32 of 61 strikes, but all of those 32 being significant. I hate the way they score this. It makes no sense, but because not all of them were.
They're called
Well, that's a whole
judges.
nother conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
But I hate how they score this. But versus the 22 landed by Arroyo that are all significant. I don't know how every one of those strikes are significant.
Sound, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they filter the sound in, but
Oh, they do.
yeah.
Okay.
Even there's no crowd.
No, I meant the sound.
There's
of
no
the-
control, no
the
takedown
pop,
attempts.
the pop.
I mean, by paper, and let's not forget this is the main event. So we got 5 rounds, right, Kate? I invited her out, by the way.
Okay. But keep going with your stats.
The stats, that's the stats. Anderson's up by 20 strikes.
By 20,
Two
okay.
rounds.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I'm gonna get another drink.
Get bartender her or server.
Where's Mama? Yell at her.
Marissa.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. After we get a bartender.
Captain of Coke Tall.
Will you get a server to get him another drink?
Captain of Coke Tall.
Yep.
What? Jack and Coke. Tell a server, please.
Pay no attention to the bar ordering on the podcast right now. We'll cut that out.
As I'm drinking.
I'm
a
gonna
beer
have to
on
cut
set.
a lot of stuff out.
As I'm drinking a beer on set.
Oh, you can do that. As long as it's Miller Lite. Yep.
It's Miller Lite, baby. That's
Miller,
it.
you got to do Miller Lite or Modelo.
I enjoy my
She's getting
Miller
it right
Lite.
now, Mama.
Mama's feeding her sons alcohol.
I am not. I'm taking it away.
Mama's standing right in front of the camera.
I want you to come see my car.
I will. I will.
Mom got a new car.
Now I have.
She's so damn
Love it.
I love her though.
Yeah, of
Oh
course.
man.
Wouldn't trade her for the world.
A lot of still
might wanna
coming
trade
into the
me,
third
but
round
that's
like
about
this. There's a lot of respect between the two fighters.
Yeah, no one's really throwing.
You know, I haven't seen much damage yet, so.
No, I haven't seen much damage.
Or
We've seen
even
a couple
wanting,
of good.
ooh, that's blocked.
Literally, if I was scoring a fight by strikes and significant strikes, Raya's getting a lot more active this round. But I would say I've really only seen probably 10 significant strikes in the fight.
I would agree with you on that one.
So, I don't know what the fight matrix is talking about, but
That's those judges. You never leave it to the judges, right?
no, that's why I'm not a judge.
Paul's left hand is down way too low.
Spire's trying to confuse
Yeah,
him
especially
right now.
against the southpaw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
For sure.
There's plenty of opening if he sees it.
Oh,
There's that front kick.
again, Raya Hall, he has these mental blocks in his career where things like this, the pressure and all that, have really just taken a toll on him.
What? Yeah,
That's why he's up and down. He'll win 5 and then he'll lose 4 and then he'll get back and he'll change camps. He's reinvigorated.
You know-
and then the media starts beating on him and then he's down and he's a lot like a quarterback in Chicago.
Well, Silva's also being very cautious himself.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, he knows. He knows the. Nice front kick. Oh, he got that from Van Dam, not Van.
Van Dam.
What's the one that takes credit for Silva? Steven Seagal.
Ah,
Says he taught Anderson everything.
yeah, okay.
Hey, just for the record, Steven Seagal is an idiot.
For the record, I wouldn't mess with him either, though. But
I put money on your brother against him. I put money on my brother against him.
Seagal?
Absolutely.
Maybe
dude.
it's just a show thing. I don't know.
Seagal would whip my ass.
I think so, too.
It's easy to look like a badass on TV.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, but he's legit.
And the dude's like 75.
Yeah. I feel ashamed
My
that
money's
a
on our
75-year-old kicked my butt, but
No.
chances are he probably could.
Dude, no.
Oh, that was shady right there. You see that? Showboating a little bit.
Ask Joe Rogan.
Quit, yo. Just throw down.
They're pawing each other out right now. Nobody's really
It's
being...
third round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's really being really aggressive.
We got to remember,
right
we
now.
got 5 rounds, so.
Probably the last rounds will be on the glory round, hopefully.
I highly doubt that Anderson's going to win his last fight to go to a decision. So
I'd
fifth
hope not.
round.
Make it exciting.
If it makes
Go out
it
with
to
a
fifth
bang.
round, it's going to
win
be
or lose, man. Win or lose. Who cares?
So this is Anderson's last fight.
last fight. He's done.
He's done.
seriously all.
yeah.
Supposedly, yes, his last. Fight.
UFC will not re-sign him. Now,
Gotcha.
could he go some? But Gabriel's coming up. His son looks a lot like him. A very talented kid.
Similar fighter.
Very similar fighter. Of course, his dad's been training him since he was
That's what I was
3.
thinking, but you never know. Switch it up.
He's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit shorter, but a little bit bigger body build than Anderson. So it would be very interesting.
These TVs are not in sync.
Oh
my goodness. Replay.
He's saved.
He's good. He's good. He's good.
No, Herb, don't you stop that fucking fight. Oh, sorry.
Saved by the bell.
Woo! Got
Right here.
clipped.
There's replay right there. Dude, actually, he got saved by the bell on that one, man.
No, he was good. He was good.
If the bell would have
Herb was close.
I mean, if it was
Herb was close to stopping that fight.
He would have hammer punched him probably till it was out. But who knows?
Herb was close to stopping that fight. I mean, one of the things. So I actually got to talk to Araya 2 days ago. It was. I said yesterday, but it was 2 days ago. Something interesting that Hall said to me is he believed most of the media and fans don't like him, and I can't concur. I have always liked Araya, and I'm always excited at the prospect of one of his exciting finishes. I'd love to see him put together a real run, but Dayne as a fighter, having those beliefs that nobody, you know what I mean, like everybody's, that you can't win, going into a fight. Did you ever go into a fight believing you couldn't win?
Never.
Never.
I mean, you always have to have. I mean, it's 90% of a fight
mentality.
is actually
Mental.
your head. It's the head game. You know, and of course the physical part of it and the talent part comes in second. If you're not strong here, you'll never win a fight. I don't care who you are.
See, here's my thing. I never went into a fight knowing I was going to fight. It just happened.
Yeah.
Back in our bar days.
Yeah. That girl punched you right in the mouth. Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the problem I have with Araya. I think he has all of the skill, the unique skill, the speed, the stamina. He doesn't have the mental game. If he could get that, if he could get a wrap around that, he talked about his mom sending him to therapy when he was a kid, and you know he's obviously struggled with that mental game for a long time.
All right, what's going to happen now? The fourth round?
4th round, yeah.
As a fighter, though, you have to have a killer instinct. I mean, you have to have that instinct to where.
And the want for it, right?
Well, it's a fear too. I mean, you don't want to lose. Simple as that.
Sure.
Nobody wants to lose. That would suck.
It's a fear of losing.
I lost something before in my past. That's what it is. It don't feel good
I
afterwards.
lost one.
Sure. It don't feel good afterwards. But back in our day, I think after you lose a fight.
Oh!
Shoot,
Anderson
there it
just
is.
got clipped again. That chin.
Okay. Is it?
But let's not forget. Anderson is a highly regarded.
It's done.
Anderson. Oh, that
It's
stopped
done.
way too early.
I think so
stoppage
myself.
is way too early.
Damn.
Stoppage is way
here,
too
Dayen.
early. Horrible.
But he was going to safety mode, so
I don't agree
Hey.
with that. I don't agree with that stoppage.
you know.
Well, I hate to admit this, watching Silva, as it was
Time for
already,
him to
the fight was
retire.
already over, and he had a hold of her.
Well, he did.
Herb's leg.
He did.
Thinking that the fight was still on.
He was going into
did.
defense mode
He
of protection, cover up.
He did, but he also did the same exact thing. See, this is what I was talking about earlier with him running in like he had the guy hurt. That was his problem. It is what it is. It's the end of an era. Anderson Silva, I still believe, regardless, he stayed
Nothing
too
but
long.
respect.
Stayed
That's
too long.
right.
But he always, I mean, God, man, have we ever seen a fighter
Silva.
like Anderson
He
Silva?
was-
We
he-
haven't.
he's a
haven't.
great, man. He's a great
We've never
fighter.
seen a fighter like Silva.
He
So
just-
what I would like to know, though, and talk about Dayne, is that the show, man. It's the whole reason I'm here in Alabama. I want to hear about the show. I want to hear about
You're in
the
front of the
dirtiest
camera.
little cars in the
You're in
South.
front of the
The
camera.
what cars in Dirty South?
The dirty little cars in the South.
Hey, he wants to know about dirty little cars in Dirty South.
It's fastest cars in the
Ah,
South.
I know. It's just too much fun to say the other now. All right, so you guys started this.
It was actually, well, this started a couple years back. A buddy of mine, Eric Malone, he kind of brought me in after the fact. It was actually a whole bunch of buddies of ours, more or less, and we race every single weekend. I mean, every single weekend we're somewhere racing. And Eric had an in with this producer, and they loved the idea of what we were doing. You know, every single weekend we're a whole bunch of guys taking off, racing all over the Southeast. Well,
Just racing your cars that you had built, like
Yes,
street
our
race.
personal
Tell him
cars.
about your car, Dane.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish the whole story about. Okay, so in turn, we all started getting involved in grudge racing. So, in grudge racing for money. So what was happening now is, of course, that we were all starting to build a name and reputation for ourselves as race car drivers. And our cars. My personal car is a 1970 split bumper called Buford Pusser. It's a big block, 18 degree, big Duke, and it's
It's a monster.
ridiculous.
It's a monster.
Okay.
Motor's monster.
And we're all small tire cars. Well, we started coming up with this thing of, we started beating everybody. So in turn, what we wanted to do then is we wanted to make it more challenging. Instead of being money, we wanted to do it for cars type thing. So we started building cars
Okay.
of,
So you went
with
to
different
Fast and
teams.
Furious.
Yeah, with different teams. And then whoever won, but they would get the car that we actually built. And that's it worked.
It worked.
Yeah. And it went big.
So that was the idea of it. And you've been doing that
This is my fifth year.
fifth
right
year
now.
doing it.
Yep.
So have you been filming all 5 years even though you didn't have a deal?
No, we didn't have a deal initially.
So you didn't film at all before you had a deal?
No.
You weren't filming on your own? Or?
Nope.
No,
not,
okay.
Not whatsoever.
Okay.
Just all these local tracks, and then of course, Motor Trend caught wind of it and they loved it. They said, "Man, we want
Great
part
idea.
of this."
Great idea.
Yeah. They jumped on board. They're the ones signed us, and it took off. And we were number 2 in all of Motor Trend Network,
Really?
which is incredible. I mean,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
out of all the shows, there's like, I don't quote me on this, but I think it's like 40-something odd shows, and we were number 2.
That's awesome.
All
Once
from-
again, brother.
all from the
Good
shows,
job, my friend. My
right
brother.
down here in Alabama, man. It was awesome.
No, that's awesome. So I caught wind of some people talking. So I actually I had a gig of doing commentary for Velocity for the Meekum Auto Auction,
Yes,
which
sir.
is
Yep.
where we're from.
Absolutely.
Dana Lapierre, Kurt Carlson,
Yep,
and all
yep.
those guys. And so I caught wind of some people talking about the show, and I the dirtiest little
You
cars in the
said
South.
Dana Lapierre. How was Dana Lapierre involved?
He owns part of Meekum.
Dana Lapierre.
Yeah,
I know they are.
Wow, I did not know that.
you didn't know that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, so he
That's
owns
all
part
did
of
I.
Meekum.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know.
Kurt
And I've known Dana
Carlson-
for years and years and years.
Okay,
I
yeah,
never knew
Dana
that.
Lapierre, Dana Meekum, and Kurt Carlson.
I'll be
were the
damned.
money
Well, I know
behind
Kurt
it.
Carlson.
Yeah, Carlson, Ice Arena, Carlson. Where we come from. Yeah. And Kurt and I, the hotels. I'm in the hotel business some, and I own some hotels, and Kurt and I own the hotels together.
Let's go.
So that's
Small
kind of how
world,
I
my
got
friend.
into
Gotcha.
yeah. And they said, "Oh, you do commentary," so I got into it, and I heard some people just on random talking about the dirtiest little cars in the South.
You still ain't saying it right, but that's okay.
I
Well,
like that
all the
name.
boys up north, which is, growing up, I mean, I started at the Rockford Speedway.
Sure.
I mean, as a kid, my first job was actually the Rockford Speedway. And, I
It
grew
had to
up
be John Canals days.
Oh God,
The John
yeah.
Canals era?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And John was on top of his game back
Sure,
then.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because the Rockford Speedway, people don't really realize it, but I mean they're actually a NASCAR sanctioned.
I say
track.
that all the time.
Yeah. And
Jody
a lot of
Jody
big,
Deary is the first lady of NASCAR.
I did not
She
know
was
that.
named the first lady of NASCAR.
I'll be damned, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
that.
Yes.
So
Well, John Deere, was he one of them too?
Well,
John?
Tom,
and Jack. Jack was her
Jack.
other son.
Jack,
So
yeah,
Jack was on.
Jack.
But no, Jody was actually named at the NASCAR
Yep,
awards
yep,
dinner
yep.
about 10 years ago, the first lady of NASCAR.
well, what would blow your mind even more? People don't realize a lot of names that come out of Rockford Speedway. I mean,
Mark Martin.
Mark Martin, Chad Canals,
Chad
Jimmy
Canals.
Johnson's crew
Johnson.
chief.
What's the
I
girl's
mean, I
name?
remember him.
7-time
The
champion.
girl's name from Beloit or...
Danica Kilpatrick.
Yeah, that's it. That's
And
it.
then
We
also,
won't say too much about that right now.
yeah. And then also,
I think there's still a lawsuit. I'm not allowed to say her name.
Oh, okay. I know that. Okay.
Or,
News to me. I'll drink to that.
I wasn't
order
sure
protection. I'm not sure
what you're allowed to say, what you're not. But at one point in time, Darby, I forget Darby's first name. I went to
John.
John Darby.
I married his niece.
Really?
Yeah, I was married to his
He was
niece.
the president of NASCAR at one point in time.
Yeah.
I never knew that until just recently.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelly Darby is his daughter.
Heather Darby.
No,
I know.
Heather and Kelly.
I know
Kelly's her
Heather,
younger
yeah.
sister.
I believe.
Heather would have been Dane's age. Kelly was our age.
Yep.
Kelly she was our age.
At Harlem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, short little blonde girl, big butt. I mean,
What? What you say? Say it again? A little louder?
Nothing. I love you, Kelly. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. Like
So much talent come out of there is what I'm getting.
it really
at.
did. Yeah. Well,
From,
I mean,
from all of our hometown of Rockford, Illinois.
Fred Van Fleet, I mean, it goes
Cheap
on
Trick
and
for
on.
crying out loud.
Yeah, Cheap Trick, which is Brad Carlson, Bunny Carlos is Kurt's brother.
That's right.
Right. So, but, I mean, yeah, there is a lot of good that's come out of Rockford.
Well, they left there.
Nobody goes back. Nobody goes back. The only one that went back was Cheap Trick. Half a Cheap Trick, at least.
Was that Bunny Carlos and Robin Zander?
No.
No,
Nielsen.
Rick Nielsen
Rick
and
Nielsen, that's it.
and Bun. Yeah. No,
Been a long time
Xander
for me.
lives in Florida. He's in Cape Canaveral, Florida. I saw him not too long ago. So, no, it's great what you're doing down here, man. I love just telling the story. I love talking to people that are car people. I know a lot of car
It's
people.
kind-
and saying what you guys are doing.
It went a lot
and-
bigger than I ever thought it was going to do. Put it that way.
Yeah,
I'm proud of
and
my brother.
hey,
That's for sure.
it's just starting.
It is. Really.
It's just starting.
It is.
I can't wait
You
for
know,
the
and I'll
blow
tell
up.
you this from
They're
knowing
saying
being in the business.
that we're more or less signed for the third season already. We just got done filming the second season. It hasn't even aired yet. They're already saying that we got the third season. So that makes me.
Well, I'll tell you what. For the third season, me and I'll bring 3 UFC former champions to one of your shows.
Okay,
And we'll come
bring it
watch
on.
you.
Bring it here
That's a
at
promise.
Little Capone.
Bring it.
Well,
Bring
we
it.
got to go to a race.
Yeah.
So start here for pre-dinner.
Okay.
Pre-dinner.
We can pregame here, but
And then go to the race.
we'll do that.
Well, unfortunately, all the tracks we go to is a couple
Dang.
hours away.
That-
They can drive 2 hours to Jackson. We're
So
good.
yeah, tell
Yeah,
me
yeah.
about the area of the tracks. Is it all in Alabama? Is it like
No,
Where do you
brother.
go?
When I say we're all over the southeast, I mean every single weekend we're somebody, somewhere. For example, I mean all the boys right now. I'm the only one that stayed here because of my family, I had to
Sure.
do trick or treating and everything else. Well, everybody else just packed their family up and went. That's
Oh,
what
you
we
could
do.
have said you stayed just for me, but that's cool.
Well, that too. I mean, let's
Okay.
be honest. I mean, that's why I'm here. So, in turn, we all take our families everywhere we go. We all got motorhomes. We pack up, we load up the trailer, and we're gone. But, for example, this weekend, everybody's out in Prescott, Arkansas right now racing.
Oh, okay.
So, I
Big
mean,
track?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, and we're somewhere every single weekend. Brainerd near Chattanooga, which is in Georgia, but it's near Chattanooga. We're at Jackson. We're at Memphis. I mean, we're all over Huntsville. Next weekend, we're going to Huntsville to race. 2 weeks from now, we're in Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Next weekend you're in Huntsville.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Great track too. 'Cause I've been there.
It's radio.
Huntsville, Alabama?
They call it Radio Fest.
Yeah, that's a great track, dude. I've been there and it was.
Well, I might
fun.
be around for that. So
It was
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Brother, I mean, we're on top of our game right now. We're going every single weekend, going somewhere.
Memphis, we just did a commercial. We just had Rampage Jackson on.
Yep.
And yeah, he's a Memphis boy. He lives in Memphis.
Of
We,
course.
yeah, Memphis would be a good race
Yeah,
to come out to.
yeah. We're all over right now, man.
Hey, I would love to meet Rampage Jackson.
Would you?
He's cool as shit. On TV at least. I don't know.
Just make sure you're sober. I don't want you talking no smack.
No, just have him come eat my lasagna first of all.
That's what I just ordered, by the way.
Lasagna, good stuff, man. You know this.
Yeah, good food here at Little Capone's, man, for sure. I was highly impressed by your pepperoni.
Yeah.
Not as much as,
I'm not leaving that alone.
It's just
wait, that
pepperoni.
was very the wrong wording.
Are you really
yeah.
impressed with my pepperoni?
More impressed than your girl because she left you earlier.
Yes, you did.
Why'd she leave? She get pissed at you?
What do you think?
Well, of course.
It's Brittany.
All our girls.
Love it or death,
No, all
but
our girls.
darn
get
it,
pissed
man.
at us. It's not Brittany. It's all our girls.
It's just girls in general. Women.
So how can people follow you specifically?
Of course, I've got my own race page on Facebook. It's Dayne Hearn, Buford Racing. Dayne Hearn Racing, Buford.
Okay, so
So you
that
can
will
check
be
that out.
posted on all of our Instagram, on our YouTube. That and underlined, we'll put a post for that.
Okay.
And then, do you have Instagram?
No, well, I do, but I don't never really.
Okay,
Go to
so
his girl's page because she posts everything for him, right?
She does, actually.
okay, so we're gonna get Dane an Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
because
think so, yeah.
we're definitely getting him an Instagram. He's a fucking movie star.
A fucking movie
I mean, yeah. I mean, come on, you
Are
gotta
you
have.
Chris
an
Not
Instagram.
yet.
More? Are you
Not
Chris
yet.
more than the rest?
I think I have like close to 50,000 followers now. I'm actually like.
That's impressive.
I have more than most of the UFC guys, actually. So that's it. But Joe Rogan, in retrospect, has 3 million. So I know my place still. But you have to have an Instagram.
Absolutely.
we're gonna get
I'm
that set
starting
up.
to realize that.
All right, so we're gonna get that set up for
I'm
Dane.
gonna probably. I hate to sound this way. This is gonna sound corny, but Adrian, of course, is gonna help me along with this because this is all kind of new to me. I'm kind of
This
like
is
a
your wife?
caveman. Yes.
Okay.
Not soon to be.
Should it be?
Okay.
And I can't wait.
And you had a baby now, like a year ago, right?
Yeah. yeah.
Yes.
Boy?
He's awesome.
Little baby boy.
Little
man.
baby boy. Yeah, I
he's
got a pretty good
incredible.
memory. I mean,
He's pretty. He's that's changed my life. I love it, dude.
oh man,
nothing
yeah,
better.
I got 2 boys.
Even better yet, I mean, they go everywhere with me. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Both the boys go
that's
everywhere.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, you got 2 boys.
Yeah.
How old's the other
Adrian had one prior to me.
Okay.
And he's now 7. And when we got together, he was 3. So he's my boy.
one? Yeah, for sure. Wow, man. Yeah. So I have a 21-year-old, and now I have a 16-year-old.
You serious?
Yeah, and then I got 2 daughters that are 12.
Wow.
I've got a 23-year-old.
I know, but it's weird for me to still hear that. I mean,
Like hear it, right?
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Like, what are you, 45?
I'm 46. I'm
46?
just starting, brother.
Old, young.
Okay, I say my brother LJ just turned 45.
Yep.
So
He and I were about the same age.
yeah, yep. Yeah, crazy, man, isn't it? Like,
Yep.
oh,
Yeah.
wow. So, you got Instagram. Does
The whole Facebook thing, that's about the only social media.
also-
I
does
have.
the show has to have a
I
page,
gotta say,
though, right?
most
Yes.
likely, Motor Trend also does it, right?
Well, no, not necessarily. We handle that ourselves. It's called 256 Fastest Cars in the Dirty
But
South.
okay, well, hold on. You had your magazine that I got a copy of.
That was, yes.
So what magazine is that? Motor Trend?
No, that was Carcraft.
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 My bad. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
So how do they find the show's webpage? Or
Just look up 256 Fastest Cars in Dirty South. You can
Okay,
go anywhere
256.
right now and Google Fastest Cars in Dirty South, and it's
what if they
exploded.
Google dirty cars in the South?
You ain't gonna find it. Actually, it'll probably still pop up.
It might be there.
I can
truthfully.
guarantee you, after this weekend, if you Google dirty cars in the South, it will pop up.
Because
I've
CJ
been-
Sky
I've
over
been
here
CJ
keeps
Sky's been
saying
calling
I
it
got
out
it.
that old.
dirty cows and dirty cows.
Dirty cars.
cars and dirty south.
Yes. So, great news, exciting news for me is that I've been doing the Joe Rogan wrap up.
Yep.
You know, I've been doing that. I don't know, like 3 years now, and I do CJ Sky Live. I'm up to about 300,000 downloads on this show a month, which is great.
That's incredible.
But this
Come
is
check out Little Capone's 2 locations in Florence, Alabama.
absolutely
Sorry, I had to plug it.
do that.
300,000 followers. Come on, let's bring it.
But this month or this year will be the end of CJ Sky Live.
Why?
I will be the co-host of the Joe Rogan Experience. moving forward from January. Now he's moved to Austin. And so that'll be my full-time gig. I'll be in Austin doing the
that's
Joe
badass,
Rogan
actually.
Experience, man. So
That's
I'm
incredible.
Quite awesome.
it's the number one
I don't-
podcast in the world.
I'm telling you, yeah. I mean,
And,
I watch it. Not only
yeah,
me
me too.
I don't
so
do.
I love,
awesome.
I love it. I mean, I've loved doing the wrap-up show. It's been my own little thing, but I'm looking very forward to working with Joe and Jamie in the studio full-time. I mean, I can't wait. So the big things are happening for all of us, man. It's been a lot of hard work.
Yep.
You just have to keep, for anybody listening, man, just keep plugging away. It always seems
We
impossible.
are living dreams of that.
It always seems impossible. It never seems like it's
Three
gonna happen,
guys
man.
from Rockford, Illinois, who came anywhere with nothing and created something.
The other thing is that I just got done shooting Chicago Fire, which I was on this year. So please plug in. We talked about that. I think about a month ago. But I told everybody. Chicago Fire director Wolf, very smart man. He realized that I am a very good guy for TV as long as I don't talk. So I'm just a guy in the background, but I'm in the background of 10 of the 26 episodes.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you know, you think a guy that talks on a mic, they realize my face isn't good for TV. I guess I don't know what it is, but hey, I'm still there. Chicago Fire is a great, amazing experience. Thank you, Dick Wolf, for that. That was all set up through the UFC. Another guy I'd like to put a plug out to, Jeremiah Box, who is actually from Rockford and who is one of the main characters on Chicago Med and Chicago
Really?
Fire. I actually coached him at the YMCA with basketball with him and Fred Van Fleet. So he's So I mean, man, there's people coming on Rockford, and I tend to think it's because of the struggle you have to go through there.
Yeah. Well, we all been through it, so.
I mean, you know,
Yeah, you live. It's a different life growing up there, without a
No,
doubt.
no.
for sure.
Actually, I would not be who I am today without Rockford, Illinois.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And I think Dane can concur, and you could too.
Oh yeah, 7th, 15th Avenue, brother.
I get it.
I
man.
got story after story.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I think all three of us could probably combine and have a lot of great stories.
Yeah, I mean, I thank God for my brother for saving my ass a million times, but
Yeah, it's definitely a different place. I mean, it's down here. People don't realize, and I stress that to folks. I'm like, y'all don't realize
They don't know.
how easy it is here.
Yeah.
You know, where we grew up, I mean, it's much different. I mean,
I live in Houston,
You
it's
got to
easy.
watch yourself every step you
oh
go.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I live in Houston. It's easy, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, people think like, oh, it's Houston, it's fourth largest city. I'm like, dude, you guys ain't talking to me. I'm from Rockford.
The struggle is
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
The
Like,
struggle
what's
is
Rockford? I'm
real
like,
in
trust me,
Rockford,
you don't want to know.
Illinois.
You don't want to know exactly. It's a very depressing.
That struggle is real.
Man, dude. And now, you know, they just this COVID
Tiger.
stuff. They're trying to shut everything down again. And the sheriff, Gary Caruana, said, I'm in the middle of a shooting pandemic. I'm not worried about restaurants. If the governor wants to go out and shut restaurants down, tell him to come down here to Winnebago County and shut them down.
Yep,
I mean, that's what Rockford is. You know what I mean? So it's different, man. But I'm so proud of you, Dane. I'm so glad that you were able to make it here. I hope that maybe I can help promote you further. We'll get you on the show, get you on the Rogan show.
Come on.
Man, I'd love to come down with a couple of fighters to one of your races, man. That's what it's about. That for me, I think the biggest accomplishment that I've had and the biggest help I've had is helping each other with guys that came from there. You know, just feeding off of each other.
Without a doubt.
I love the fact that you had me here, Chris. Proud of you, man. You got your new house. You're doing it.
Doing what we can do, man.
You're doing it. Great pizza. You kept talking about your great pizza. I didn't get to try it last time, but I got to try it this time.
Lasagna's next. It's awesome. Ask Dane, he'll tell you.
Good stuff.
Hands
So-
down, the best thing in my menu is lasagna.
Yeah, real good. So this is none other than CJ Sky from the Joe Rogan Experience. I appreciate all you guys putting up with me and listening. I appreciate your support. One world, one people. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Peace.
That's it, fellas.
That's a wrap.
That's a
Is
wrap.
that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
All right. Kill the mic, Dane.
Second one.
Battery.
Yeah, don't be my kid and leave all the mics on. Where's it at? Right here.